Why does CPU utilization lie to you? In this report, the CPU idle percentage sits at 90.9%. Looks healthy, right? If you think so, you've been tricked. We scroll down to the operating system statistics section. It tells a different story. Look closely at the OS CPU wait time. Its value exceeds 18 million centiseconds. In the same period, the actual busy time was only 16 million centiseconds. What does OS CPU wait time measure? It quantifies the total time runnable threads waited in the run queue for the scheduler to let them run. Simply put, the threads waited longer than they worked. This reveals that the system was starving for CPU, despite the report claiming it was idle. It's important to note that this valuable metric, OS CPU wait time, is only available on the traditional Unix system like AIX, Solaris, and HP Unix, but not on Linux or Windows. I'll cover how to evaluate CPU wait time on Linux and Windows in a future video session. So how on earth can a system be 90% idle and still starving for CPU? First, the probability of waiting. CPU cycles are binary. A core is either running your thread, or it isn't. There's no in between. If the number of ready tasks momentarily exceeds the available cores, those tasks have to wait. Second, averaging artifacts. The 90.9% idle number is an average across the interval. Averages have spikes. In this case, the load average at the beginning was 2.92, while the load average at the end jumped to 176.11. This indicates heavy instability during the interval. During those invisible spikes, your thread was suffering long wait times. And third, distortion from hyper-threading and SMT. Technologies like Intel hyper-threading and IBM SMT, simultaneous multi-threading, convert one physical core into multiple logical CPUs. This improves throughput, but screws utilization numbers. Intel's hyper-threading typically converts one core into logical CPUs, but IBM's SMT is far more aggressive. In this case, SMT8 transfers each physical core into 8 logical CPUs, effectively turning your 120 physical cores into 960 logical CPUs. Because logical CPUs don't possess the full power of a dedicated physical core, the reported idle percentage is effectively inflated. This distortion is particularly notorious on AIX systems due to IBM's aggressive SMT technology. For realistic analysis, do not take utilization percentages at face value. Always evaluate utilization relative to physical cores. In this case, a reported 10% utilization translated to nearly 80% utilization of physical core. This explains why OS CPU wait time was so high, even though the CPU utilization was reported low.